What is the number today? 13, okay. So today we're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 9, Brahma's prayers for creative energy, text number 13. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Pumsam Atat Vividha Karmadi Adhara Adyai Danena Cha Ugra Tapasa Paricharyaya Cha Aradhanam Bhagavata Tava Satkriya Arta Dharma Arpita Karhachit Mriyate Na Yatra. So we'll try the Brahma Samhita tune and see if that works with us. Pum sammato vividakarma viradvaradyar. Pum sammato vividakarma viradvaradyar. Danena chogra tapasa paricharyaya-cha. Danena chogra tapasa paricharyaya-cha. Aradhanam bhagavatas-tava satkriarto. Aradhanam bhagavatas-tava satkriarto. Dharma pita karachit niyate nayatra. Dharma pita karachit niyate nayatra. Pum sammato vividakarma viradvaradyar. Pum sammato vividakarma viradvaradyar. Danena chogra tapasa paricharyaya-cha. Danena chogra tapasa paricharyaya-cha. Aradhanam bhagavatas-tava satkriarto. Aradhanam bhagavatas-tava satkriarto. Dharma pita karachit mriyate nayatra. Dharma pita karachit mriyate nayatra. Someone else?
Om sam atyo vividha karma bhir advaradhayar.
Om sam atyo vividha karma bhir advaradhayar.
Danena chokra tapasa paricharyaya-cha.
Danena chokra tapasa paricharyaya-cha.
Aradhanam bhagavatas-tava satkriarto.
Aradhanam bhagavatas-tava satkriarto.
Dharmo arpita karichit mriyate nayatra.
Dharmo arpita karichit mriyate nayatra.
Om Sammato Vividakarma Viradvaradyar.
Om sammato vividakarma viradvaradyar.
Danena chogra tapasa paricharyaya-cha.
Danena chogra tapasa paricharyaya-cha.
Aradhanam bhagavatas-tava satkriarto.
Aradhanam bhagavatas-tava satkriarto.
Dharmo pita karachit mriyate nayatra.
Dharmo hita karachit mriyate nayatra.
Pumsam atu vividha karmavi avartadadye.
Pum sammato vividakarma viradvaradyar.
Danena pugra tapasa pariyadhayata.
Danena chogra tapasa paricharyaya-cha.
Aradhanam bhagavatas-tava satkriarto.
Aradhanam bhagavatas
Pumsam ato vivida karma vira vadadyai. Danena chogra tapasa paricharya cha. Aradhanam bhagavatastava sattviyatyo. Namo Diptakarichimriyate Nayatra.
Pumsam of the people. Atta. Therefore. Vividha karma be. By various fruitive activities. Advara adyai. By performance of Vedic rituals. Danena. By charity. Cha. And. Ugra. Very hard. Tapasa. Austerity. Paricharya. By transcendental service. Cha. Also. Aradhanam. Worship. Bhagavata. Of the personality of Godhead. Tava. Your. Satkriya Artha. Simply for pleasing your Lordship. Dharma. Religion. Arpita. So offered. Karhachit. At any time. Mriyate. Vanquishes. Na. Never. Yatra. There. Translation and purport. By His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. But the pious activities of the people, such as performance of Vedic rituals, charity, austere penances, and transcendental service, performed with a view to worship you and satisfy you by offering you the fruit of results, are also beneficial. Such acts of religion never go in vain. Purport. Absolute devotional service conducted in 9 different spiritual activities: hearing, chanting, remembering, worshipping, praying, etc., does not always appeal to people with a pompous nature. They are more attracted by the Vedic superficial rituals and other costly performances of social religious shows. But the process, according to the Vedic injunctions, is the fruits of all pious activities should be offered to the Supreme Lord. In Bhagavad Gita 9:27, the Lord demands that what everyone may do in one's daily activities, such as worship, sacrifice, and offering charity, all the results should be offered to Him only. This offering of the results of pious acts unto the Supreme Lord is a sign of devotional service to the Lord and is of permanent value, whereas enjoying the same result for oneself is only temporary. Anything done on account of the Lord is a permanent asset and accumulates in the form of unseen piety for a gradual promotion to the unalloyed devotional service of the Lord. These undetected pious activities will one day result in full-fledged devotional service by the grace of the Supreme Lord. Therefore, any pious act done on account of the Supreme Lord is also recommended here for those who are not pure devotees. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Jatapalakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagala Raganatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadaitam Sajutam Varijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedantam Svaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Vishatamine Mukam Karoti Varshalam Pangulam Jagateginam Yat Kripatamaham Bande Shri Guru Rinatarinam. The last sentence, therefore any pious act done on account of the Supreme Lord is also recommended here for those who are not pure devotees. Well, that applies to us, doesn't it? We're not pure devotees yet. We want to be, don't we? And we want to be pure devotees. We want to be, right? Yeah. We want to be pure devotees, but we're not. So what should we do about it? Well, this tells us what to do. We should engage in pious acts on account of the Supreme Lord, not for our personal sense gratification, but on account of the Supreme Lord. Prabhupada calls this absolute devotional service. Nice term, absolute devotional service. It begins with hearing, chanting, remembering, worshipping, praying. Well, we're doing it right now. We're hearing Bhagavatam. I'm speaking Bhagavatam. It's hearing and chanting. So this is absolute devotional service. And these sorts of activities are recommended to those of us who are not yet pure devotees. We can come out of our semi-Krishna consciousness gradually and come to pure devotional service. Prabhupada also says, anything done on account of the Lord is a permanent asset and accumulates in the form of unseen piety for gradual promotion to the unalloyed devotional service of the Lord. You may think of gradual promotion to the heavenly, to the spiritual world, and that's all right. But we're interested in gradual promotion to unalloyed devotional service. You see, the pure devotee is transcendental. He can serve in the pure world or the spiritual world. For him, it doesn't matter. He just wants to be engaged in pure devotional service. That's his only requirement. Not that, well, Krishna, I will surrender to you if I can live in Krishna Loka. No. Pure devotee makes no conditions. I will serve you here in Mauritius for all eternity if you want. I'll serve you in Russia, America, Goloka, it doesn't matter. Simply I want to eternally be engaged in your devotional service. Even in Patala Loka, if you want me to go there, it doesn't matter. This is pure devotional service. Not that Krishna, if I can go to Krishna Loka, then I'll be a devotee. It's not pure bhakti, conditional bhakti. So we really have to cultivate this mood of unalloyed devotional service. Because that's where the nectar is. That's where the real nectar is. When there's no strings attached. No if. Yes, Krishna, if. No ifs. All the conditions are unconditional. No ifs. Krishna, I belong to you. Let now my every thought, my every word, my every deed in all times, places and circumstances, wherever I may be, it doesn't matter, An old body, a young body, a male body, a female body. No, doesn't matter. In every condition, let me simply be totally, completely sold out to pleasing you. That's it. This is pure bhakti. We're not there yet, but we have to understand what it actually is. So we can progressively go there. If you actually know what it is, pure devotional service, and you know how you're lacking in it, then you can train yourself to come to that position. You see? You should actually be your own guru also. You see? You should learn from your guru how to be your own guru. How to discipline yourself, you see. You should be able to learn what sort of thoughts are beneficial for my Krishna consciousness and what sort of thoughts are not beneficial for my Krishna consciousness. You have to learn, you have to develop that power of discrimination. So you can always be introspective, you can always be observing your thought patterns and saying very good or no good. You see what I'm saying? This ability you have to develop if you want pure bhakti. You have to be able to distinguish between thoughts that are Krishna conscious and thoughts that are not Krishna conscious. If you can do that, then your words and your actions will automatically be lined up. It all begins with your thinking. What you speak and what you do is simply a manifestation of what's going on there in your brain. Understand? So you have to learn how to bring that brain under control. You have to be a staunch disciplinarian of your own thoughts. From the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed at night. And if you do that, you're going to have some pretty cool dreams. Krishna conscious dreams. If you let your mind kind of loop the loop around the Milky Way and look at the girls, look at the boys, and all this kind of garbage, you can have some not very nice dreams at night. If you really, okay, mind, we're going to get serious now. No more goofing around, mind, okay? Time to grow up, mind. You're going to get serious now about pure bhakti. Because it's not dry, it's full of unlimited nectar. The material viewpoint is that pure bhakti would be very dry. No sense gratification. How scary. That's the material view, you understand? But we don't take the material view, we take Prabhupada's view, you understand? Kick out the material viewpoints, kick them out with boots. Kick them out and keep them out. We want to do everything as Prabhupada is teaching us. All our thoughts should be certified, bona fide type of thoughts. You understand this point? You understand these points? Tune in, turn on, and bliss out. You actually tune in to the spiritual nature of your actual being, which is an eternal servant of Krishna. You actually can tune in to your actual identity as this pure devotee of Krishna. And train yourself how to always manifest that in all of your activities, thoughts, and words. Then you're going to relish very, very sweet nectar every minute. And that nectar will just go on increasing, 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 increasing. Prabhupada quotes this nice verse, Yat karoshi yadashnasi yadahosi dadati yat tapashatchi kaunteya kat kadusva madarpanam. Whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer or give away, as well as whatever austerities you may perform, do that, O son of Kunti, as an offering unto me. So that's a nice guideline. One should analyze what one is doing at every minute. Is this truly being done for Krishna? Or is this done for my sense gratification? One should be very honest with oneself. Well, I think I'm cheating a little bit. I'm going to do this. So, no, stop it. Don't do it. We have to really, it's like the horse, you got to pull in the reins. Don't let the horse run wild. Keep the horse under control. We keep that mind under control. And then we will enter a wonderful dimension called Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness means unlimited bliss, full cognizance, eternality. That is actual Krishna consciousness. You actually experience your eternal identity. You become fully cognizant, fully aware of God within everything. It's like Krishna says in the Gita, for one who sees me everywhere and sees everything, yomang pashati sarvata sarvam chamai pashyati tashaham na pranashami satsapena pranashyati. For one who sees me everywhere and sees everything in me, I am never lost, nor is he ever lost to me. So the way you come to that state of consciousness where you can experience Krishna everywhere and everything within Krishna is by keeping yourself always in that mood that everything has to be for Krishna. At every minute. You see, it's all for Krishna. Nothing, no other agenda, only for Krishna. So this process really works. If you plug into it, you will in fact, in due course, become a Paramahamsa, you become a fully self-realized soul. If you plug into this process, you'll actually plug into this process, you stick with it, you will achieve Swarup Siddhi. You'll actually realize your eternal relationship with Krishna and His divine Leela. That will come. So, what are we waiting for? Why are we still hankering after sense gratification? Isn't it stupid? Isn't it crazy? We're still hankering after material sense gratification. And we could just be hankering for pure devotional service. So we have to learn how to kick it out, kick it out, kick it out, weed it out. Flush it down. Flush that stool down the toilet. Get it out of the brain. When stool comes in the brain, flush it. Don't try to enjoy it like a pig. And eat the stool, right? You flush that damn stool down the toilet. Get rid of it. So it's a science. It's an art. Mental discipline. And if you do it, in the beginning, you won't always be successful. So you won't be in the beginning. Because we're, as neophytes, we slip and bumble and fumble a lot, isn't it? We neophytes slip and bumble and fumble a lot. Whoops! Goofed again, right? But if we have that determination, I'm going to master this, I'm going to master this, I'm going to become a pure devotee of Krishna. I'm going to become a Paramahamsa, and I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. I repeat it again and again. Sometimes I'm criticized for repeating it too much. But what can I say? It's a personal instruction I got from Prabhupada, and it's very dear to me. Prabhupada said, now you just qualify yourself to see Krishna face to face. What is that qualification? No more garbage loitering in the brain. Kick it out, kick it out, kick it out. That's how we become qualified to see Krishna. Krishna likes to associate, but not with nonsense. So if we maintain our nonsense, we won't be able to get that association with Krishna. We kick out all the nonsense, Krishna becomes real to us. He'll come to us. He will. He'll become manifest to us. If we can kick out that nonsense. So why not? What are we waiting for? As they say, go for it. We should go for that pure bhakti. You have to go for something, right? Everybody goes for something, so why not go for Krishna consciousness? Why go for some temporary, cheap trinkets of this material existence? Name, fame, profit, adoration, sex life, sense gratification. Why go for some temporary, illusory things when you can go for the supreme thing, Krishna? It's your choice. No one's going to force you. Krishna has given you independence to do what you want. Now, what will you do with your independence? You see? Will you continue to try to enjoy separately from Krishna? Or will you kick out all that garbage and say, from now on, I only want pure devotional service and nothing else? Pure bhakti, bas. You have that determination. We have to have determination. Everyone knows the story of the little sparrow, right? The little sparrow's eggs are stolen by that mean, nasty ocean. And the sparrow asked for the eggs back, the ocean refused. So the sparrow's determined, now I will dry up that ocean. She was going down there, a few drops of water, put it on the land. She was going to dry up the whole ocean to get her eggs wet. Is that possible? Can a little sparrow dry up the ocean? No. However, she has a big brother who's the king of the birds. His name is Garuda, and he has all mystic power. So when Garuda saw the determination of his little sister and how they were all laughing at her, making fun of her, he became rather disturbed. So he came swooping in on Garuda Airlines. He told that ocean, you better give those eggs back right now. Dry you up. So the ocean met his match, you see. Garuda has all mystic powers, you see. So we're just little sparrows trying to dry up our material ocean of sense gratification, right? What power do we have, you know? But Guru and Guranga are there, you see. Personally, we have no power to be our mind under control. We're helpless. Kali Yugites. What power do we have? Just little wimps, spiritual wimps. Not much power. But if we take shelter of Guru, Guranga, they will come in like Garuda. And they go, okay, Maya Devi, you better leave him alone. Get away from him, Maya Devi. No longer try to divert him anyway. This boy is serious, this girl is serious now. Don't mess with him anymore. And Krishna and Gurus, Guranga. So, all you really have to do is be determined like a little sparrow. Even though it seems hopeless, that here I am so lusty, I'm so lazy, I'm so crazy, I'm so stupid. I got all these bad qualities. How in the world could I ever become a Paramahamsa? This seems absolutely impossible, but still somehow I'm going to do it. I'm going to beg Krishna to help me, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to become a pure devotee. If you have that determination, you get the help. The spiritual master is there to help you. All the acharyas are there to help you. Your own Guru Maharaj is there, Prabhupada is there, Bhaktisiddhanta. Everyone is there to come rushing to your aid, to help you get out of Maya and help you become the Pakka Vaishnava that you want to be. So what are we waiting for? Let's do it. Let's get serious now about pure devotion service. Kick out all the pseudo-bhakti that keeps lingering in pseudo-bhakti and out and out sense gratification. So if there's any questions, I can try to answer them now. We have our online audience too. Let's see, here we go. First question. We have coming, let's see what on the internet, some questions maybe. Let's see what we have here. Asha Sunil is asking, Shiva Gurudev, if a person applies the process of bhakti, then does he or she directly reach Vishuddha or go through goodness and then pure goodness? Well, it's a gradual cleansing process. Just like in the beginning, you might be 10% pure and 90% contaminated. Then you go to 11% pure and 89% contaminated. You see, it's like that. And then you get up to, wow, 50% pure and 50% contaminated. Now I'm really on the road. Once you get to the point where your bhakti is more than your non-bhakti, then you really get your momentum going, and then you're really on a roll. You get up to 80% pure, 20% contaminated. Finally get to 99% pure, 1% contaminated, and then boom, finish. Question. Though we know the great qualities of spiritual masters, but sometimes we tend to judge them. Well, you should use discrimination. Is this person really a bona fide guru or not? You should be judgmental. I encourage you to be judgmental. Not to be a blind follower like a zombie. There's so many bogus gurus in the world. So you should actually see. You should see through the eyes of the scripture. Not just blindly accept it. Just like many years ago in our New York temple, our president had married one lady who claimed to be the heiress to the Toyota fortune. He actually gave up sannyas to marry her. She was going to inherit the entire Toyota fortune. It's a Japanese, actually she was a con artist. He married her. And she was the queen. I remember she visited our temple. When she was hearing the class, they fanned her with a chamara. She had a female attendant who would fan her while she heard the Bhagavatam class with a chamara with. She was a big celebrity in this kind of the time. And she was just a con artist. Can you imagine? And she liked egg rolls. It's not very often, but she was having Radha Govinda temple, and her order, they were offering egg rolls to Radha Govinda. Eggs were being offered to deity to please the queen. And this was within ISKCON. So I don't encourage anybody to be a blind follower, but even within ISKCON, sometimes some weird things have happened. Prabhupada criticized them for blindly following their temple authority who was off the track. So we don't encourage blind following, even within ISKCON. You should have enough intelligence to realize what is according to Prabhupada's teachings and what isn't. So I have no objection if you want to. You carefully analyze the qualities, the characteristics, the words, the actions of even the spiritual masters to make sure they're actually on the track. I have no objection. I hope I pass it too. Can we test all sense gratification on the buffet and then try Krishna consciousness in the end? Well, you may never get to the end. You want to go on tasting sense gratification. Sense gratification is addictive. Well, during my life I will engage in sense gratification, but at the end I'm going to get serious about devotional service. When I retire, then I'll take it seriously. Now I'm just going to enjoy my senses. I'm young, I'm working, I got a good income, I got a sports car, I got a girlfriend. I'm just going to enjoy it. When I get old, my retirement, then I'll get serious about Krishna consciousness. No. That can come at any minute. You can die right now. Even walking down the stairs, you may trip and hit your head and die walking down the stairs. Or in a traffic accident. It happens every day. So you better become serious now. Otherwise, there's not much hope for you. Why is it more easy to voluntarily leave the spiritual world, but so monstrously difficult to voluntarily go back to the spiritual world? Actually, it's not difficult to go back. It's not difficult to go back to the spiritual world. We make it difficult, but it's actually not difficult at all. foolishly make it difficult. But actually, if you intelligently analyze things, it's very easy. What is the difference between karma kandya and rituals offered to Krishna? Well, they have Vedic sacrifices for different material purposes. And those we don't. Different rituals you can do to achieve this thing and that thing, this thing and that. We only want one yaga, and that is Sankirtan yaga. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Now, Tulsi Ram Naik for me has a question. Every time a material trouble comes, then sharing it to Guru and devotees and get some moral support, and again another trouble comes, again going to Guru and Guru's devotees get moral support. If this keeps going on, when can I handle material problems on my own? But there's no harm if you take help from Guru and Vaishnavas when you're having difficulty. But by doing that, you will gradually learn. In other words, you have some difficulty, you don't know how to deal with it, you ask Guru and Vaishnavas and they give you the good pointers how to deal with it. Again, you have another problem, you don't know what to do, so you go to Guru and Vaishnavas and they again tell you how to deal with it. What you will gradually learn is how the Guru, you will gradually gain a sense of what the Guru and Vaishnavas would tell you in that situation. In this way, you're actually becoming connected with the super soul. You see? So you should keep inquiring and inquiring and inquiring until you start to get the answers from within. It's like you can write me, even though I have a lot of emails, you're welcome to consult with me anytime you have difficulties. I may take 2 or 3 days to get back, and that's my turnaround time. About 2 or 3 days. 3 days, I think, is the turnaround. But you're welcome to inquire from me, and your devotees you're there with. Because gradually you'll learn how Gurudev would advise me. You'll get a sense of how Gurudev would advise me, and you can do it on your own. Gradually that will come, that maturity will come. Amala Puranadas, Hare Krishna Shri Gurudev. Most of the times our determination to become a pure devotee is put under test, and many times under severe tests. How to pass such tests? By begging Krishna to help you. My dear Lord Krishna, please bless me, I will pass this test. And he'll help you. Did Srila Prabhupada actually say, if you're 80 to 90% Krishna conscious, I can save you? There's some quote like that. Yeah, there's some quote like that. Why we are not allowed to pick tulsi leaves on Devadasi? Well, that's a Vedic injunction. That's why. And do we get any reactions for doing so? Well, it means you're not very mature in Krishna consciousness. You're not going to go to hell by accidentally doing it, but one should learn how to follow the Shastric injunction, because that will teach you discipline. That will, by following Vedic injunctions, you will learn the art of discipline of your thoughts and your deeds and your words, and that will empower you to bring your own mind under control and keep it fixed on Krishna. Annapurna Devi Dasi from Estonia. Will pure bhakti come spontaneously while doing sadhana bhakti? Yes, it will. You keep doing sadhana bhakti, and then spontaneous bhakti will come from within the sadhana. It will emerge. In other words, you're doing it according to rules and regulations. You keep doing that, and then gradually it transforms into spontaneous devotional service. So just keep following the rules and regulations, following sadhana bhakti, hearing, chanting, remembering, praying, worshipping, etc. And then gradually, that will transform it into bhagavad bhakti, spontaneous love of God. Someone's saying the sound is very low, they're not hearing very well. Let's see if there's anything we can do to raise the volume on this thing. I don't know if I can. Having trouble here. I'll try to stay louder. Maybe that will help. Yeah, I can see the volume is a little bit low for the buddies on the internet. So we'll try, we'll try to increase the volume, make it louder. I'll put closer to the microphone so it's louder. Okay, any other questions? We have a couple minutes left. Everybody's now satisfied to fully give themselves to Krishna, kick out all the sense gratification. Are you serious now to become pure devotees? Or you still want to linger in semi-Krishna consciousness? A little sense grad, a little bhakti, a little sense grad, a little bhakti. Are you ready for pure bhakti? Who's ready for pure bhakti now? Raise your hand. You're not? Okay, there, his hand went up. Everybody here says they're ready for pure bhakti. Great. Okay, now, a couple of more questions and then we'll go to no more questions. We got 1 minute, so I'll just do this last question from Leela Manjari Devi Dasi in India. Srila Gurudev, when 2 or more devotees are there, the daily schedule of one may disturb the schedule of the other. How to tackle that kind of situation? It's called compromise. I remember my godbrother Tamal Krishna Goswami, who arranged many marriages amongst his disciples, gave very wonderful classes for grihasthas. He said, show me a successful marriage whose middle name is not compromise. So the word is compromise, compromise, compromise. Okay, one more came in, that's it. One more. How to deal with the attachment that we share with others? It's an interesting question. Well, actually, I'm seeing it in a transcendental way. How to deal with the attachment for Krishna that we share with others? Whatever you feel about Krishna, share it. I'm seeing the question transcendentally. Let me talk about material attachments. They don't say material attachments. It says how to deal with the attachment that we share with others. We should share our attachment with Krishna, our attachment with Krishna for others. Krishna is so wonderful. He's so beautiful. He's so powerful. He's so renowned. He's so wealthy. He's so famous. He's so wise. He's just absolutely, simply wonderful. You see, that we should share. Whatever attachment we have with Krishna, share that with the whole world. And when you do that, your attachment for Krishna will become stronger. You see? Stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. So we'll stop here. Kantarab Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Premanandi.
His Grace Srimad Sankarshan Das Adhikari Maharaj ki
Jai.